I just have 3 life stories I want to tell you guys. You guys put in the comments if they're true or fake. You guys decide which one true or fake, or if they're all fake or true or whatever. You put in the comments what you think. So my first one is I got stalked. So it was early in the morning, probably about like 9:30. So I was with my friend, and then so we were heading to the park. No one was there, obviously. So we were just like, all right. And so we had the whole park to ourselves, except for this one guy. He was there. He probably looked like in his 30s, maybe 40s. We just didn't mind him. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, we were 10 at this time, 10 years old. So we didn't really mind him, just like, who cares? And then, so we were just walking, playing around. Then at around 10, 10 minutes after that, after playing, we just went home. Well, not home, we went walking around to the store, walking around the little track that they had, and then we finally left. So then about 2 minutes after we left, we noticed that same guy behind us. We were just like, is that him? And then we noticed that it was. While we were looking at him walking, he was just staring at us with a straight face. So we were just like, okay, he's left too. I had a feeling that he was following us, but I didn't really know because he just left, so we didn't really mind him. So he was on the same block as us. Like, pretend the street is about this long. We were right here. He was about right here, not too far. So then we decided to make a turn just to see if he would turn too, and then shockingly he did. So then we got like a little bit nervous, so then we decided, hey, let's go to the store, there's a lot of people there. And then we went to the store, we just got a bag of chips and like a soda, that doesn't really matter. And then, so then we saw him about 3 minutes later after we went to the store. It's like, oh my gosh, is he stalking us? And then it turns out he really was, I guess, because about once we saw him, 1 minute later, he was following us again. Then he was like, kids, come here, because we were like walking around on the sidewalk. No one was outside really. Just a few, very few cars driving past, like this many. So he said, hey kids, or hey guys, come here. And then we looked behind us, then we just decided to sprint, full on sprint. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we didn't see him again that day. We decided to just stay inside, play video games, and just forget all about that guy. Okay, my second life story is an old lady jumps me. Alright, so this is a funny life story. So I was walking by myself I was walking past the store by myself. So then it was probably 1 o'clock. I was outside, sunny day, nice day, and this woman had her purse in her bags. A very old lady, probably in her 70s, late 60s. So she was walking to her car, then she dropped her purse. So I really wasn't too far, so I just went over there, picked it up. And then she was just like, what are you doing? Give me my purse. And then she hits me with her little cane while she's walking. She says, oh my gosh, she just whacked me. For an old lady, you would think that they hit hard, but they were really just like, my remote, they were just like, yeah, get away from me, get away from me. I was just like, ma'am, I'm trying to give you your purse. And she did not listen. I hope she had a hearing aid on. But then, so she just did not listen. I do not know why. So then I was just like, hey, I'm trying to give you your purse. Yelled at her. I felt so bad because she was just like quiet and like all of a sudden then she was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You could have told me that. I just looked at it and was just like, okay, here's your purse. Then handed her her purse. Then just went outside. My arm was hurting badly that day. Ah, crap. But yeah, my third life story is, oh my gosh, swearing at a teacher. So I don't know what grade I was in, but I know I was pretty young. So well, we had this substitute teacher. So like at my school, we love substitute teachers because like we were active or whatever. And then so he handed out this worksheet that we're supposed to do. So I finished, gave it to him, and then no, asked him. I seriously asked him, "Do you want us to keep the papers or give them to you?" And then he said, "Keep them." Right. So then I put it in my folder. I was funny. I started talking to my friend. And then once the bell rang, about like an hour later, maybe, yeah, about an hour later, the bell rang. She said, "Marcus, can I see your paper?" I was like, sure. And then he just like, the teacher walked in. Well, before she had my paper, obviously. But the teacher walked in about 20 minutes after I gave him the paper. He just told me to go sit down, thank you. And then I was like, all right. And then, wait. All right, so then, but am I still recording? All right, I'm making sure I'm still recording because I have this paper here. All right, so then the teacher comes in at the end of the class. He said, students, can I have their papers? Then we gave her her papers. Then I told her that the substitute teacher has my paper. And then he was just like, no, I don't. And then I was like, you should know I gave it to you. And he was like, okay, I'll check. Then my teacher said, can you check your folder? Maybe you left it there. So I checked it, just sort of got a little bit annoyed. So then he didn't find my paper. And of course I didn't find my paper because I know I gave it to him. So then he was just like, sorry Marcus, I don't have your paper. I was like, what do you mean you don't have my paper? If I don't get my paper turned in, I'm going to get an F. And he was just like, maybe you should have thought about that before you lost your paper. I was like, I didn't effing lose my paper. And then the teacher just looked at me, and also the substitute just like wow. So I was like, so the substitute teacher said, oh, don't talk to me like that, or who do you think you're talking to? And I said, I'm talking to you. You lost my effing paper. And then I was just so upset. So then he or she, I don't know who it was, but they got an attitude, you do not speak to me like that. I am your teacher. Actually, that's my teacher. You're not, you're just a substitute, so yeah. And then he was just like, I showed respect to you, and this is how you repay me? And then I was just like, yeah, you showed me respect for like $5 an hour. And then he was just like, well, so interruptions. Alright, so then I of course got in trouble. I had to go down to the principal's office because the substitute lost my paper. And he told them what happened, and then I told them the truth of what happened. And then, well, I got in trouble, got a phone call called, told me, well, like, and yeah. So I didn't really get in much trouble, so yeah, who cares? Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video. Please like, subscribe, wait, pause, stop. Remember to write in the comments what you think is true or false, or if they're all false or true. Okay, now carry on. Please like, subscribe, and peace out. Bye.